guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Emma and I run Design by Emma, a branding and web design studio based in Manchester. So I've been doing graphic design now for well over 10 years, so I've got tons of experience of working as an in-house designer and obviously also working for myself as well. So slight disclaimer, I do have a degree in graphic design, however I'd say I haven't really used it to its full benefit. I didn't learn that much. The only thing it was good for was obviously making friends, getting a feel of how to do different projects and how to use the different programs really, but you don't really need a degree to be a graphic designer. Despite me spending tons of money on it, I didn't really need it, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can become a graphic designer without a degree today. So the first thing you've got to do if you want to become a graphic designer is get Adobe Creative Suite. So you do have to pay for this monthly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I can't remember the price exactly. It's maybe about £50 a month, maybe less for all the different programs. However, if you want to take your career seriously and you want to become a graphic designer, you're going to have to pay the money, unfortunately. It simply won't cut it just using Canva. If you're not going to be taken seriously as a graphic designer if you've just got expertise in Canva. So the main programs you get with Adobe Creative Cloud, you get all the Adobe programs, but the main ones that you want to use being a designer is obviously Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. I also use Adobe XD as well, and there is other programs on there, but they're the key 3 or 4 that you're going to be using if you get a job as a graphic designer. So Photoshop I mainly use for different mock-ups. I don't use it as much anymore in terms of when I was in uni, that's the main program I used. Now I mainly use Illustrator, which is more for like logo, vectors. I do pattern design, packaging design, anything vector based is done in Illustrator. You've also got InDesign, which I use for more editorial stuff, so that's like magazines, layouts, and anything that needs to be set up for print basically. Also Adobe XD I use as well, so I use that for my website designs. You can also use it for like affiliate assets, web banners and stuff like that. But yeah, they're the main key programs you're going to need if you want to be a designer, and if you want to work as a professional designer in-house as well, you need to know how to use those different programs. So that's the first point covered. So you've got all your different programs and now you're thinking, what the hell do we do next? So my advice to you is to follow different designers and watch tons of tutorials, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube or Instagram. There's such a good design community out there, and one of the best things about the design community is everyone learns from each other, whether it's looking for inspiration, looking to do passion projects, looking at what other brands designers are working with for inspiration, and just follow tons of people. There's loads of videos on YouTube, there's loads of courses as well. For example, Skillshare is one I used to use back in the day in terms of learning the different programs, and basically you've got to put the time in to learn how to do the different programs. It's not just going to become second nature overnight. Even I don't know everything about Illustrator, for example, and there's always new stuff to learn. So yeah, educate yourself, get with the design community and follow lots of videos and tutorials, and you'll soon get the hang of the basics, and everything else tends to come naturally once you know the basics and you know exactly what you want to achieve within the different programs as well. I'll put some links down below of people you can follow for YouTube, for tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that. I do a few different videos and stuff based on tutorials, but yeah, there's people that probably do it a bit better. So the next thing, so you've got your programs, you've looked at your tutorials. The next thing you're probably thinking is, well, I know how to use all these programs, but I don't have any clients. So the main thing you need to do to get clients is to do passion projects. Passion projects are fake briefs, so fake clients essentially, that you follow, and you basically do a concept based on the brief, or logo or packaging or whatever the brief says, as if they're a real client. Now I really do recommend doing passion projects if you're just starting out as a designer, as it lets you know what you like and dislike, it lets you work with different industries, it gives you a lot of experience of what it would be like to work for a real client or brief. and obviously you can add all the work to your portfolio and just get a chunk of work. You don't have to add everything to your portfolio, but trust me, it is the best way to get content for your portfolio, different experience. And also, if you do any of the passion projects on Instagram, there's loads of different hashtags out there you can put within your post to show other designers your work, show other potential clients your work. And yeah, it's just a really good way to build your portfolio up. So you've got your programs, you've looked at your designers, you're following quite a load of people for tutorials, you know how to use the programs now, you've done your passion projects, and now you're thinking, well, what next? So you obviously need a portfolio. You need to take all your content from your passion projects and you need to display it somewhere professional so your clients can find you and your name is out there. Now, the main thing I use for my portfolio is obviously my website and then my Instagram account. I'll put the link down below just so you can check it out, but Instagram is actually one of the best ways to present your work. Now, I don't recommend, for example, if you're applying for a job, just to send them your Instagram, as that seems a bit lazy. I do recommend getting a website as well, but it is one of the best ways for you to see, for example, your style of work, all your projects in one place, and just to see what your style is really. Like, one thing I like to do on my Instagram is kind of gauge what I like and dislike in terms of visually, in terms of my style, the different projects I work on. It makes me see how I progressed as a designer. Like, there's some projects on my Instagram that I absolutely hate now, and it's good to see how much I've grown as a designer and how your style changes over the different months without you even realising it as well. So yeah, Instagram is a good starting point for your portfolio, but I do recommend setting up a website as well. So you can use Squarespace, Wix, Showit, and even Behance as well. Behance is a good one, and you can connect your account to obviously your Adobe account where you have your Photoshop and stuff like that. And also, it's a good place to show off your work to other designers and stuff. So if you're looking for inspiration, or if someone else is looking for inspiration, your work could pop up, and it really does set you out apart from other people, and obviously potential clients can find you on there as well. So just to recap, so far you've got your Photoshop, you've looked at loads of tutorials, you now know how to use the programs, you've done your passion projects, and now you've got your website. So my last and final tip is to basically be consistent. I think one thing designers do is they get a bit disheartened, for example, if they're not getting enough clients, if they're getting clients then the feedback's not good, if they're doing loads of passion projects but they're not getting any clients, or if they simply got a creative block and they just think, do you know what, this isn't for me. The key to anything is just consistency, and I know so many people that have just given up after the first hurdle because they're not seeing results straight away. You're never going to see results overnight, you're never going to get 100 clients overnight, but it is all about consistency and not giving up. You need to really stick at it. Like, it is a competitive industry, but the only way you're going to stand out is if you keep posting and you keep showing up. One thing someone told me recently is basically, yeah, you might not be looking for new clients at the moment, you might be really busy, but if you keep not showing up, that no potential client isn't going to know you're there. I don't know if I explained that very well, but basically keep showing up because you don't know who's watching. For example, someone might be looking for a rebrand in a few months' time, and then if you've stopped posting and you're not showing your face and you're not showing your content, they're just going to forget about you, and then they're going to move on to the next designer as they're posting consistently and they look more professional as they're always posting and they've got fresh content. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my tips on how to succeed as a graphic designer without a degree. It all sounds pretty straightforward, and to be honest, if I could go back, maybe I wouldn't have done a degree in graphic design, I'm not too sure. Obviously I like the experience, but personally it didn't teach me that much, but obviously it's got me where I am now. But I can't really tell you anything that I learned that I use now. So yeah, hopefully that helped. I do feel like I might have rushed through them tips a little bit. This video is not that long, but to be honest, it is quite simple. You basically need the programs, do the passion projects, get your portfolio, look for inspiration, and then the clients will come, trust me. But yeah, another key point is obviously do not give up, as you need to be consistent, make it a habit, do a weekly passion project, and before you know it, you've got 50 odd different projects within your portfolio, and you've got clients emailing you left, right and centre. But yeah, I think I'm going to finish the video there. I didn't want to waffle too much, as I know once I get started I can waffle for half an hour and then you've kind of lost what information I'm trying to tell you. So hopefully this video makes sense and it's helpful to you, and if you've got any questions, do put them down below. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know down below what video you want to see next, and if this video was helpful, or if you want any links to anything to do with passion projects, tutorials or anything, or if you've got any questions about any of the programs, just let me know down below. Don't forget also to give me a follow on Instagram if you don't already. I'll put the link here. And yeah, let me know if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you again soon.